What I'm about to share came through one of those moments where Source pulls back the curtain and shows you something so simple yet so profound you can never look at the body the same way again. Stop handing all the blame to your birth year, your DNA, or your genetics. That stiff feeling when you get out of bed, that crack in your knees, the tight shoulders, the sensation that your body is slowly turning against you. We've been taught to call all of it aging, but Source revealed something different. A huge part of what we call aging is actually dryness. Your body is slowly becoming like a grape that forgot it was ever full of juice and learned to live as a raisin. And here's the twist. Many people are already drinking plenty of water. They carry the bottle. They hit their hydration goals. Yet their joints still ache. Their tissues still feel tight. Their movement keeps shrinking. Why? Because drinking water and hydrating tissue are not the same thing. Your body isn't a pipe, it's a sponge. Think about fascia, the connective tissue network that wraps and supports everything inside you. Within that network is a slippery, hydrated environment that allows tissue to glide past each other instead of grinding against one another. Part of that lubrication is supported by molecules like hyaluronic acid, which helps hold water within the tissues. Now imagine a flower pot filled with soil that's been baked hard and dry. You pour water on top of it. The water runs around the edges and drains away. The plant looks watered, but the roots remain thirsty. That's what can happen inside the body. You can drink water all day long, but if your tissues are compressed stiff and glued together from years of stress and inactivity, the water never fully reaches where it's needed most. The problem isn't always lack of water. Sometimes the doorway has been closed. And that's where everything changes. A dry sponge doesn't become hydrated because water touches the surface. It becomes hydrated when it is squeezed and released. Compression, release, pressure, vacuum. That cycle is what draws water deep into the fibers. Your body works in a remarkably similar way. Years of sitting, stress, shallow breathing, and repetitive postures keep many of us locked in constant compression. Shoulders lifted, jaw clenched, neck tight, chest collapsed. It's as if we've been squeezing our internal sponge for years without ever letting it refill. Over time, the tissues lose their ability to glide. Everything starts feeling stuck. And then we call it aging. But often what we're feeling is compaction. This is also why simply forcing long, static stretches isn't always the answer. Pulling aggressively on dry tissue is like stretching a brittle rubber band. The tissue first needs hydration. It needs circulation. It needs a pump. Nature already knows this. Watch a dog or a cat when it wakes up. They don't reach for a stretching routine. They perform something called pendiculation. They contract powerfully while lengthening, then suddenly release. That giant yawn-like stretch isn't laziness, it's genius. They're squeezing the sponge and then letting it refill. They're restoring fluid movement before they begin their day. Some researchers also suggest that movement and mechanical pressure help organize water within tissues into more structured states that support lubrication and cellular function. The key point is simple. Movement helps your body use water more effectively. The body needs motion to truly hydrate itself. So let's experience it right now. If you're able to, stand up. If not, sit tall. Lift your arms overhead or out to the sides. Reach to a comfortable stretch. Now don't relax, contract. Clench your fists, tighten your arms, lift your shoulders, engage your chest, back, and core. Turn the dial up until you feel a gentle shake. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release everything. Let your arms drop. Exhale. Feel the difference. Notice the warmth, the tingling, the sense of circulation returning. Move your shoulders. Turn your neck. Many people immediately feel smoother movement, less resistance, more space. Why? Because you just reminded your tissues how to pump, how to squeeze, how to refill. This isn't about becoming younger overnight. It's about restoring flow. When your tissues are hydrated, movement becomes easier. You feel more resilient, more springy, more alive. You stop moving like fragile glass and start moving like flexible bamboo. The body begins trusting itself again. And here's the true source wanted me to share with you. You are not trapped by the calendar. You are not trapped by a number. Many people are not suffering from old age as much as they're suffering from a loss of flow. And flow can be restored. So make yourself a promise. Never start your day completely dry. Before reaching for your phone, before rushing into the world, wake up your tissues. Wake up your fascia. Wake up your internal hydraulic system. A few moments of intentional compression and release can change the way your entire day feels. Because we came from water. We are made of water. And our vitality is deeply connected to how well that water moves through us. Choose flow. Choose movement. Choose aliveness. And if this message resonated with you, drop this in the comments. I don't dry out. I flow. Not because words are magic, but because what you repeatedly declare becomes the direction your mind and body begin to follow. And if someone in your life keeps blaming every ache and pain on getting older, send this to them. It might be the perspective shift they didn't know they needed. Welcome back to the flow. Welcome back to yourself. Use this. And before you disappear back into the wilds of the internet, if your joints just learn more in the last few minutes than they did in 12 years of health class, do me a favor. Hit the like button so the algorithm stops recommending dance videos to your fascia and start sending this message to the people who need it. Drop I don't dry out, I flow in the comments so I know you're part of the Source Force fam. Save this video because your future self, the one waking up stiff on a random Tuesday, will thank you. And share it with that one friend who blames absolutely everything on getting older. You know exactly who I'm talking about. If you're ready for more hidden wisdom about the body, consciousness, energy, forgotten truths, subscribe to the Source Force fam. Until next time, stay flowing, stay curious, and remember, raisins are not your final form. Till next time, remember we're all in this together. One love.